a very large group. Cisgender, also shortened to cis, describes people whose identity or gender identity aligns with the sex they were assigned at birth due to their birth certificate or social security information. So what's the main problem with the church, in my opinion? And this is my experience. People can have completely valid, very different experiences. There is an internal pressure within high control religions to force people into cisgender, heterosexual, straight identity. Anyone who wants influence and power, unless you find a very liberal church that isn't usually under the hierarchy of a larger denomination, people want to identify with what's popular. Heterosexuality is popular, so in order to gain authority, positions of power and influence, they feel pressured into cisgendering. Now, there's nothing wrong with being cis, straight, or anything. The problem is when you focus on assuming that everybody is this way. Assuming that all women are athletically challenged, not smart at math, good at health and nursing, wants children. The problem with expecting everybody to fit one gender, one size, everything fits all, is dehumanizing to people. Because 1 out of 5 people don't identify as their gender. At least they're cisgender. And what about people who grow up in the trans community? If they don't conform to the social pressures of heterosexuality, depression, suicide, and just quality of life is nothing like it would be if they conformed. Luckily, they choose not to conform. They choose to have their own identity and have integrity, be who they are. But not everyone in every country gets to have that opportunity, especially if you live in certain countries where it is a crime to be anything but cis or straight. So what can we do in secular and religious environments to get rid of the default setting of being straight? We need to start talking about people who don't fit those parameters. We need to start talking about people who are queer, who fit outside the heteronormative group. We need to start talking about them positively, uplifting, and we need to teach people information that is factually accurate. We need to not assume or stereotype people based on how they dress, how they walk, how they gesture, and their voice quality. We need to assume nothing about people and not have a first interaction stereotype view of people. That's why when I meet new people, I assume that I have no idea what they are. I don't stereotype people. And if people don't want to tell me, then it's none of my business. But the church is excellent in erasing groups that don't fit the heteronormative view and lifestyle that benefits white privilege. And that's why non-straight people are persecuted, and people of minorities. If it doesn't uphold white privilege and the patriarchy, it's not permissible nationwide. Yes, it's no longer illegal to do these things. It's not illegal to be gay or trans, but it's not overly accepted. 60% of the population support same-sex marriage.